in the world because people never speak slower. You know, this is the real world. Very important notice. I find that once the students have gained this ability, they become independent learners. They don't need a teacher. They don't need a teacher, no. They may need a teacher to encourage them, but they don't need a teacher to teach them. Which one is they need to improve? Because they gain the ability to notice the weakness. They gain the ability to notice where to improve. Very interesting. I'm not sure, can I learn music by just playing, watching some video or listening CD to improve my skill? Maybe learning music is a little bit different, but you know, the language is, the Chomsky said, the innate ability. Innate, you know this word, innate. Innate means that you're born to have this ability. Everybody, he said that this is an innate ability, INAT, 天生的. But you got to have the input to activate it. Okay. Let's talk about it. The brain learns a lot on its own. Naturally, without us noticing. But for some aspect of the language, and often some of the most basic aspect, we need to help the brain to notice. Error correction, including noticing one's own errors, grammar explanations, word and phrase review, focusing on certain phrases while listening, or highlighting certain words and phrases in text, tagging or labeling certain words and phrases are all ways to help us notice aspects of the language that are hard to remember. Those are the skills we are very familiar with. Okay, teacher say, okay, this is important, highlight. The grammar rule. We know about that, that will help us notice. That's right. But the point is this. Noticing is best done while listening and reading. So when other people's talking, that is the best time to notice. I found a problem among my students. When some people's talking during the presentation, I find some students who are not listening. This is very, very bad. And some other native speaker talking, if the topic is not related to him, they are not listening. Actually, they lose the best ability to improve their own language if we are working on language. Those students think that, by practicing to improve. No, actually, if they understand my principle, when you listen and the ability to notice something that you can learn is the place, is where you can improve. Okay, so the very good listener, you want to really improve your speaking, when you interact with the native speaker, if they are not directly talking to you, you simply listen. You listen. You be quiet listener. Listen what they are talking about. And unless they are talking to you, you need to stay back. But I know a lot of students, they want to eager to present themselves. When teacher now they are not talking to them, they want to say back, to interrupt. I find that student, not in my Taiwanese student, when I was in the States, I have some friend from different country, from Thailand, from Japan. You know, some people, they are very talkative. When teachers say something, they say back. They say something, they say back. Those people usually say back very quickly. They get the wrong answer. They are not listening while the people talking to them. They just want to show their language ability. They think when they say back, they improve. Actually, that's wrong. Okay. If you can understand this, you will improve very fast. Of course, there's the less chance, fewer chance to have a native speaker to talk to. But if you got one, if you feel nervous, why not just listening? Actually, you listen more, you improve more. Strange, right? Okay, the next line is quite important. It said, deliberate noticing, divorced from listening and reading, should be a minor component of language learning. What does this mean? Deliberate. 就是刻意的这 noticing. 但是 divorced from 就是你不是在听，也不是在读。什么叫刻意的 noticing？ 去背文法书、背单字表，不是那种 natural input， 都应该尽量避免。A minor component. It is useful in making us more attentive. 没错，你背文法，让我们 more attentive， 让我们更有警觉。下次你看到用这样的 pattern， 眼睛为之一亮，对不对？More attentive to language. That's true. You focus too much on this. Every time you read a story, you analyze grammar. You are not enjoying reading. You analyze the grammar. You analyze each line. One line, two lines, second line. Why I cannot understand this grammar? You feel nervous. You are on the wrong track. Don't do that. Okay, just notice something, but you know, it's difficult to explain exactly. Meaning, most important. And the second, you understand the meaning. If you find something a little bit different, notice it. Notice it. Other things you cannot understand right now, just let go. Let it go. And let it go, you feel relaxed. But let it go doesn't mean that you will never revisit it. Because you use the Kaizen way. Next book, you will see it again. So let it go is good. Let it go is right. Okay? We come to the end of the principle. When we speak, number 7, when we speak, we should focus on listening and noticing. I like this very much. This is exactly what I just said. A lot of students, when they converse with other people, they focus on what they want to say, not focus on what other people are saying to them. So if you will find that very interesting dialogue. They are talking about 2 different things, but they're still talking. Each one talk what they know in Chinese translated into English. But if I am a good listener, I find that they are not talking. They are not talking the same thing. Why they can continue talking? Okay. We should start speaking when we feel we have something to say. And want to speak, and not before. It is best to avoid artificial classroom activities like role-playing or other situations that involve speaking with non-native speakers. The reason is that speaking is an excellent opportunity to listen. He didn't say speaking is an